Ангелина. You need only chance. You don't need your books. Okay. Okay. Look at your desk. At your desk, you have worksheets. You need just that. Please get ready for the lesson. You can put it just on the floor or at your desk. It doesn't matter much. Okay. So, good morning, students. I hope that you remember me. My name is Alexandra Alexandrovna, for those who forgot it. And I hope that our lesson will be nice for you. You will like it. So, how are you today?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Is anybody sick?
No.
No? Okay. So, I hope so. And I would like you to start with a short video and to do the first task from your worksheets. Could you please read the first task?
What is the video? What landmarks have you seen in the video?
Okay, so the video is very short, so be careful. Okay, so that is all. So I suppose that everyone knows this video because I suppose practically everybody has seen this series.
No.
Yes? No? Haven't. It's a very useful one. The English in this series is really, really nice. So you have some time to write down the landmarks that you remember. It doesn't matter how it is. E-Y-E. Maybe you remember only one or two. Okay. What do you have? What landmark do you have?
I saw Big Bang.
Okay, Big Ben. What else? Maybe London Eye, yes. Buckingham Palace, yeah. Anything else? Tower, yeah. Okay. Westminster Abbey, and of course there is a tower, Tower Bridge, and the House of Parliament. So, where the action takes place? In London. So, what helps you to understand that the action is in London? Okay, the Big Ben, the Tower, Sherlock Holmes, and there was a room, yes? Have you seen? There was a door with a number.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what this address means? Baker Street. Sherlock Holmes
House.
Yes, this is a museum. So, the landmarks help you to understand that it is London. Right you are. Sorry. So, there we saw some of these landmarks. And now I want you to answer my questions. Right, Joseph. Can we say that landmarks are the face of the city? Yeah. Let's discuss this. Why it is the face of the city, okay?
First place where tourists go are landmarks that they
want to see. So landmarks help make an atmosphere of city to people who come there once or twice.
Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody wants to add something. We have to pages, you don't know who you are, Alexander. We have a double name. Okay. So, this is what tourists are attracted by. So, okay. And what is the face of Saratov in this case?
Saratov Bridge.
Saratov Bridge. Conservatory. After Sobina. And what else? Victory. Okay. Saratov State University. Yes. Okay. What else? No, nobody knows. Okay. Your knowledge of these Saratov landmarks are very poor, as I see. So, in this case, I have one more question. Is it important to know the landmarks of your city? Is it important?
No.
No, it isn't important. Okay. Why it is not important?
Because you're not the tourist, but because landmarks are supposed to be attraction for tourists.
Okay, so the first opinion is landmarks are for the tourists, and if you live in Saratov, you don't need to know them. Okay, Marat,
That you need to know landmarks of your city, because if your friend or your relative come there first time, I think most of us don't want to show them like usual streets that they can see in every city, but they want to see with what their city is famous.
Okay, so Marat suppose that we should know. I also think that we should know the landmarks of the city, and why? Okay, the landmarks shows us the history of the city. Yes. So the atmosphere, the history of the city. And now I want you to work in small groups of 4, but we will change your groups a little bit. Today I want you to make a small map for tourists and to tell them about 3 places of interest of Saratov. So there will be a conservatory, cranes, and the church. Yes? You have the information about these buildings in your worksheet. But now, please come here to me, to the blackboard. Actually, it is a green board, but please. Can you come here and choose any color?
Everyone? One person?
One by one. Choose any you like. Okay, so now you need to change your partners in case that at one desk there should be only conservatory. Okay, so those people who has conservatory, please come here. Those people who has cranes, come here, and please, this is for the church. Okay, thank you. Also, if you have very small pieces of paper, here you can write down the necessary information. You need to make this information really short, to tell me in brief about the building. Maybe who is an architect, when it was built, and where it is situated, and some more interesting information. Have fun? Great, okay.
What can you do?
Find some information, some useful information. For example, who is an architect? Yes. Where it was built, where it is situated. Yes, you have remember the rules of working in groups. Do not shout, please. Okay? Have you found the information? I suppose that you have 5 minutes maximum to do this task. You can discuss what information do you need. And then one person, any person, will come to the green board and tell us the information, the short information about the building. Why it was created? We have this information. Why it was created? Where does it stand? Maybe some interesting quantities, because those who have a choice have some interesting facts. Maybe they were interesting for me. But we have to really see. Okay. I suppose we have something about 2 minutes to finish. Is there any information? No? about you? Are you ready?
No.
No. But we have only 1 minute. You don't need a lot of information. You just need to say who is an architect, where does it stand, when it was built, you have this information, and maybe some more interesting facts, some really happened. Okay, so stop please, and let you present your work. And who will start? Are there any volunteers? Okay, so this group with their church. Okay, so I suppose that according to this piece of map, the churches here are formed. So,
The church was built by architect Peter Zivina project. The project was created in 1903. The project is a small copy of the Moscow cathedral of St. Basil. According to the legend, the main temple icon was commissioned on Mount Alphas was an exact copy of the miracle working of faith. In Soviet times, the church functioned until 28 January 1930. After closing, the building was transferred to the Mother and Child Home Club. In 1990, the building was returned to the church. December 5th, 1992, the church was consecrated in honor of the icon of the Mother of God, Thus My Sorrows. The newly opened two-altar church was consecrated as a bishop in 1993. The church has a library with a collection of more than 8,500 books, and classes are organized for those who want to learn church theme.
Thank you so much. For me, it was interesting fact that it is somehow a small copy of St. Basil's Cathedral, yes, and then there was a club for mothers and children at the Soviet time. I suppose you have learned something new about this church, okay? Who will be the next? Okay, the group who is going to tell us about conservatory.
Conservatory is named after famous Russian tenor Leonid Kogan. It was founded in 1912 and it is third in Russia after St. Petersburg and Moscow conservatories. Conservatory maintains cooperation with music schools around the world like Italy, China, India, and more. Students after conservatory work on many specialties, but they all love music and perform it. Some of them stay in conservatory as professors. Conservatory is located in the central city. Also is in the yard of the conservatory. Conservatory has 3 halls. The most famous is the large hall where a lot of musicians performed. Conservatory also has a library which holds current amounts of sweet music and books on music to be checked on by the conservatory students.
Thank you. Have you ever been in conservatory?
Yes.
Okay. twice, I suppose. So once I came to my friend to give her violin because she played there, and really I got lost in this conservatory. It has a very interesting structure inside. So, and the last but not the least group is a group who will represent us, the cranes. So, please. Anybody? Yeah, come, please. Green board. I suppose you are not a shy person. So, I'm not sure, as I'm very bad in geography, but I suppose it's somewhere like here. I'm not sure.
So, the cranes is a monument which was installed in 1982 in the memory of the great patriotic war. And the name cranes is, as the citizens affectionately call the monument. This monument was architected by Minyakin. So
now you know this information. Okay.
It has 5 stages, like 5 years of fire, like 5 cities where Stratovite fought. The main part of complex dominates the entire mountain, visible from many points of Saratov. You can see this monument from everywhere. And yes.
Some more information? No?
It has 3 pylons, 5 meters high of them, and 20 silver or white cranes on the pylons.
Okay.
Near this monument, we're having observation deck. The whole city is visible from this place, and our citizens really like this place for visiting, and the panorama of Saratov and the Volga that you will see will always remain in your memory.
Thank you so much, Ilya. Please. And we have discussed in such a way the face of Saratov. So if you ask me about the face of Bulakova, of my hometown, I would say that it is nuclear power station, hydroelectronic power station, plenty of fabrics and plants, and some buildings of merchants' times. So this is only the one of them. As you know, on one of your previous lessons with Irina Vladimirovna, you've learned some useful phrases. They are very useful for the foreigners and maybe for their hosts of the city. So, if you get lost, how can you ask for the direction? Asking for directions. And now I want you to practice these phrases with this very simple map. You can see that you are here. Sorry? You see, you are here. Can you see? Let's come to this whiteboard. You are here. And I want some of you to play. Please, the first people to start will be Angelina and Lisa. So, Angelina, you are a foreigner and you want to find something.
Excuse me, please.
You don't know her name, I suppose. Excuse me? Can you
help me? Okay. You know there is a bus stop.
Where is it? Bus stop, okay. I'll give her a direction. You can come to the whiteboard if you need. her face is to the bus stop. She can see it, but she can't understand it to the bus stop.
You need just to go straight to then stop near the bookstore, and then right.
The bus stop will be on the
Right
side.
side of you, you will see the bus stop.
Okay, thank you. Stop please. Okay, the second here. I suppose that Artur and Karina really wants to practice this social English. Artur, I suppose you are a foreigner. Okay, and you want to find the... What do you want to find?
I can see.
Okay.
Where?
You're here.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to get back.
Okay. How? I'm sorry. Excuse me. How can I get to
Back.
the back? Okay.
You need to go down to the
Ah, you just explained Let it be.
You're going down to the streets, then you go to the other side of the road, and there will be a bank.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you're both a foreigner and host of the city. Okay, just finding. And I suppose that you know it for shoes. Sorry, for shoes. And I want you now to do the task from your worksheets. I suppose not only the places of interest make the city nice, but also its infrastructure. You have task number 3. Here you have a part of the project of foreign students. They think that living in a house needs some thought for, and they have 8 ideas for an ideal city. Just put the right word in each position. I suppose it's very easy task and you need 3 or 5 minutes will be enough. It's very easy for you. Have you finished? Okay. Now, please change your verse with a partner and check each other and give a mark. Okay. 1 G, 2 E, 3 C, 4 F, 5 D, 6 H, 7 A, and 8 D. So, if you have one mistake or no mistakes, you have an excellent mark, so you have 5. If you have 2 or 3 mistakes, you have a good mark, so it is 4. And so on. I hope that nobody has unsatisfactory marks. Okay, so I suppose that our lesson comes to the end. So now it's time to give you your home task. If you look at your worksheets, you will see 3 tasks. So for those, I don't know if there are any who wants to pass the exam in English, so you have the first task. To write the letter for your pen friend Helen. Yes, and you should answer her 3 questions, and of course you should remember the rules of writing. But there are some creative persons. So, who so-called creative persons? Okay, I see that Ilya is a very creative person. He smiles so much. So, you should create a new landmark of Saratov for young people. I suppose that you should draw a picture and to tell your classmates about it. What is it? What is it for? And so on. And if you want to share your results with me, you have my contacts there, so you can send me by email or by VK, so if you want. And the 3rd task is for the rest. You just need to read the text about 7 feet and do some tasks. Okay. And how are you now?
Good.
Good, okay. Everything is good, okay. So, also at your desk, you have a very childish sketch of the house. Can you see it? Yes. Okay. So, as you know, that the main part of the house is foundation. And I suppose that the main part of the lesson is a clearness. So, if everything was clear for you, write it here. Everything was clear, or maybe something was not clear. Yes? Do you understand? Very понятно, да? Okay. So, in the body of the house, you have windows. So, in the windows of the first ground, please write down what was interesting for you. Maybe it was new. In the first ground floor. Okay. And the windows of the first ground, or in Russian tradition, second ground, please write down what was complicated for you. What was interesting? Yes. What was complicated?
Which is...
We just change. Just comment that it was interesting, it was complicated. Для тех, кто не понял, 100% уроков, когда в окошечке, давайте напишем, что вам было интересно, что вам было сложно. Пометив. Okay. So, and also, all of you have a roof. So, here, could you please write what else would you like to know during our lesson? Maybe there is some information. And in the chimney, put a mark to yourself. Okay. And don't forget to write your name. Everyone has excellent. Yes? Okay. And write your name, please. You can just write your name, surname. Okay. As I see, practically everyone is happy, and it's time to give you some marks. As I see, Ilya was rather active, Marat was active, and I don't remember your name.
It's not my name.
Определите ему, сколько ему надо, так в конце у нас
Yeah, I suppose,
Я
yes.
считаю, что это будет
Правильно.
То есть кресло на троих, только без этого. Трое было, да?
Она целая метричка покажу.
No, okay, that's okay. So, but I suppose you have some mistakes, so you have only good mark. And Ilya also had mistakes, so, but they were not so much as Dmitry has, but it's not an excellent mark too. So I suppose it is also a good mark. And I suppose one of the best students who wrote today was Marat. He practically hasn't got any mistakes, and I suppose that his mark is excellent. And of course, you have the marks from your worksheets. So, please, if you have finished with the houses, give it to me. Thank you so much. You are really brilliant students for me. You are my helpers for today. And I will be waiting for your letters, maybe for your pictures. You can write me if you want. You are free for today. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Конечно.
Understood.